Trump was very fixated on the efficiency efforts of past administrations. He even made it a point to roll back more than 100 environmental rules while he was in office. And now that he's campaigning for a second shot at office, he's got a new obsession.
We are a nation whose leaders are demanding all electric cars, despite the fact that they don't go far, cost too much, and whose batteries are produced in China with materials only available in China. On day one, I will terminate Crooked Joe's ridiculous electric vehicle mandate. It's so ridiculous.
Kind of amazing that he still says China like that. Trump says that electric cars will kill the U.S. auto industry and the economy, which is not true. In fact, the car industry has been crystal clear that electric vehicles are the future. It's the logical economic path and a crucial transition to make it if we plan to confront climate change, a crisis that is primarily fueled by oil and gas emissions. And this very reason is why the latest regulatory move by the current president, President Biden, is in fact a huge deal. Today, the Biden administration announced a new rule on tailpipe emissions, which may not sound monumental on its face, but experts are hailing it as the single most important climate regulation in the history of the country. Let's talk about this. Joining me is the renowned climate activist and author Bill McKibben. Bill, thank you for being with us. I want to get your take on this because a lot of people who are serious about climate say we have to change the way we move around. We have to think about movement differently than our car-obsessed society does. But while we remain a car-obsessed society, this seems to me like a step in the right direction.
Well, for sure. Put it in context. You know, today, the World Meteorological Organization reminded us that 2023 was the hottest year in the last 125,000. They issued what they called a red alert for climate change. So far, 2024 is hotter than 2023. We've got to do something. This rule that Biden put forward today is not that strong. It actually relaxes somewhat the trajectory that they were on because the UAW, the Auto Workers Union, and others have said, maybe we're moving a little too fast, but it does continue the momentum towards the electrification of our automobile fleet. And if you think about, Ali, the things that we have to do to deal with climate change, this is not a very hard one. What we're asking people to do is over the next decade, change in their current car for one that's probably already cheaper or headed that way, that's quieter, that has fewer moving parts, that costs a lot less to operate. That's not a particularly large sacrifice to demand.